Survivor Series, you will bear witness to the Elimination Chamber.
Before WWE killed the pay-per-view concept by running gimmick-themed pay-per-views every year, we had big-time matches happen only when they needed to. One match in particular that doesn't feel the same as it used to is the Elimination Chamber match. We're going to look back and see why the very first Elimination Chamber was the best Elimination Chamber of all time. In the summer of 2002, Eric Bischoff announced a brand new match type to the WWE Universe. On paper, this concept doesn't even seem possible. 36 feet in diameter, 16 feet from the roof to the floor, 32,000 pounds, 16 tons. The entire structure was designed out of 2 miles of chain. 4 pods with Lexan glass would house the opponents in, and only a ref could let them out. A steel floor would be completely level with the ring floor. 2 men start out, 4 others would be locked inside the pods, and at random time the pods would be opened. 1 person would come out until everyone has entered the match. At any time during the match, anyone could be eliminated via pinfall or submission. This is one thing that WWE does well. They put on these over-the-top extravagant matches that only they could do. Now, there have been 26 elimination matches at the time of this video, and since the concept's inception in 2002, well, no match will ever stand up to the first one. In the weeks leading up to Survivor Series 2002, Eric Bischoff had kept touting about this new match type. This would be one of the craziest matches that you would ever see, the Elimination Chamber. Locked inside this chamber would be Chris Jericho, Kane, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Shawn Michaels, and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. This was such a great lineup of wrestlers. Not only was everyone involved great, but they all had issues with Triple H. Chris Jericho lost to Ric Flair at SummerSlam of this year, and if you remember, Ric Flair is managing Triple H at this time, a pairing that would eventually go on to grow one of the greatest factions of all time, Evolution. On a September episode of Raw, Chris Jericho would take the Intercontinental Championship from Rob Van Dam. At Unforgiven the following Sunday, Jericho would successfully defend that championship against Ric Flair. Jericho would then lose the IC title to Kane. Kane, well, he would go on to face Triple H at No Mercy for both the IC title and the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H would win this match, and he would unify both championships. Shawn Michaels had just returned to the WWE and fought Triple H in a brutal, unsanctioned match at SummerSlam. Shawn Michaels would end up winning, but Triple H would get the last laugh by laying out HBK with the sledgehammer. Rob Van Dam would beat Ric Flair at No Mercy, and at Unforgiven in September, Triple H would beat Rob Van Dam to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Booker T would be in a tag team championship reign with Goldust, and he would eventually lose them to Chris Jericho and Christian at No Mercy. You see, everyone in this match had history with each other, and it really felt like it was Triple H versus the world at this time. Triple H was the champion who pissed off everyone and made so many enemies doing so. The hype was there. A war pitting some of the best wrestlers in a brand new match type. This was a true formula for success. Jericho, Kane, Booker, and Shawn Michaels all entered the match first, and they were locked inside the pods. It would be Triple H and Rob Van Dam who would start out the match. Within 3 minutes of the match, RVD would throw Triple H into the change and bust him open, bleeding everywhere. RVD would hit a rolling thunder on the top rope onto Triple H laying on the steel stage. RVD then flipped off Chris Jericho through the glass, and RVD would climb the top of Chris Jericho's pod. Chris Jericho then grabbed the leg of RVD, pulling him through the steel chain roof. The countdown started, and then Chris Jericho's chamber opened. RVD would go after Chris Jericho while Triple H would lay in the corner bleeding. RVD would toss Chris Jericho over the top rope onto the staging. RVD then jumped onto the side of the cage like Spider-Man and hit Chris Jericho with a huge cross body. Triple H and Chris Jericho would double team RVD and slammed him onto the steel chain repeatedly. Triple H hit RVD with a huge DDT. And at 10 minutes, Booker T's pod opened. Booker T laid out Triple H and Y2J, clearing the ring. RVD and Booker T started to go at it now. Triple H and Y2J laid out on the steel stage, catching their breath. Booker T hit Triple H with the axe kick. RVD then went to the top. An empty chamber pod 15 feet in the air, and he delivered the 5-star frog splash onto Triple H. RVD was really hurt here. It looked like he tweaked his knee, and he landed right on top of Triple H's throat. This was not good. Booker T then hit a missile drop kick and eliminated Rob Van Dam. At 15 minutes, Kane's pod opened. Kane came in and cleared the ring, and he ended up throwing Chris Jericho right through the bulletproof glass face first, and it shattered. Kane hit the chokeslam on Booker T. Jericho hit the lion salt on Booker T, pinned him, and elimination. Chris Jericho was busted open and bleeding. Kane press slammed Chris Jericho onto the ring from the staging area. Kane press slammed Triple H off the top rope, and at 20 minutes, the final competitor was let out of his pod, Shawn Michaels. Triple H continued to rest in the corner at this time. Kane ended up chokeslamming all of them, and he called for a tombstone on Triple H. Triple H reversed it and pushed Kane into Shawn Michaels for a super kick. Triple H then delivered the pedigree, Y2J hit the lion salt, and Kane was eliminated. Shawn Michaels was busted open and bleeding too at this time. Shawn Michaels went for a pile driver on Y2J on the steel, but Jericho reversed into a back body drop. Shawn Michaels hit a moonsault onto Chris Jericho, and he locked in the walls of Jericho, but it was broken up by Triple H. Triple H set up Jericho for the pedigree, but it was reversed into the walls of Jericho. Triple H crawled to the ropes, but Y2J dragged him back into the middle and super kicked Chris Jericho for the pin. Chris Jericho was eliminated. Shawn Michaels and Triple H faced off. Triple H delivered a spine buster. Then Triple H back body dropped Shawn Michaels onto the steel on the outside of the ring. Shawn Michaels went for a move here, but it was countered by Triple H. Triple H then catapulted him face first into the pod, breaking it, busting open Shawn Michaels even more. Michaels climbed to the top of one of the chambers, delivered a flying elbow drop. Michaels got to his feet and went for a super kick. Triple H blocked it and reversed it into the pedigree. Triple H went for the cover, but it was a 2 count. Triple H then tried again, but it was reversed, and Shawn Michaels hit a super kick onto Triple H and pinned him. Triple H was eliminated. Shawn Michaels was now the new World Heavyweight Champion. Confetti went off, and Shawn Michaels celebrated as the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. What an amazing match this was. Shawn Michaels was back in the WWE on top, and he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. What a career-defining moment. This match worked so well on so many different levels. Triple H bit off too much than he could chew, but he almost survived the onslaught of violence delivered at him. To top it all off, he had to be rushed to the hospital to check on his throat after RVD crushed it with a huge 5-star frog splash off the top of the pod. This match had everything. The intrigue of it being the new match concept, 6 of the best athletes in all of pro wrestling, and a babyface comeback story ending with a feel-good moment and a celebration to boot. Now, there will be many different Elimination Chamber matches to come and go, but none will be as good as the very first one at Survivor Series 2002.